This course is sponsored by Comcast NBC Universal. We would like to thank Comcast NBC Universal for the generosity in making this course possible.
Hello, I'm Val Nicholas. I'm the Vice President of NBC News and one of the founders and national leader of the NBC Universal Veterans Network. Welcome to the course, Building a Veteran Employee Resource Group. For this course, resource groups, ERGs, and affinity groups, EAGs, will be used interchangeably. There are many different types of employee resource groups. They range from mentoring programs to career development to cultural awareness programs. ERGs and EAGs enable employees who are veterans, military spouses, or advocates to identify, communicate, and support one another outside of their employment role. As such, these groups tend to focus on mentorship, career development, community outreach, and cultural awareness activities. To better understand what an affinity group is and how to build one, we'll walk through this course with Alice Wynn, who works in HR at a large media company. We'll follow Alice as she onboards a new veteran employee and helps them integrate into the company's community and culture by creating an affinity group within her organization. Once Alice has hired her veteran, she begins her research on how to help the veteran integrate into the company. In her search, she comes upon affinity groups. The best way to think of an affinity group is a number of people who come together with a common interest or goal by mentoring, community outreach, career development, and cultural awareness activities. Affinity groups are generally comprised of several sub-chapters that align with the operational hierarchy of the organization that's hosting the group. The specific focus of each chapter varies based on the perceived needs and focus of that chapter, but share the common attribute, which is that its members are volunteers and the activities the members engage in are by definition volunteer service. So with that understanding, Alice is ready to begin researching to start her affinity group. Alice quickly discovers veteran affinity and resource groups are a win-win for everyone. They create a corporate culture that's essential to veteran success and can actually aid veteran retention within her organization. The Department of Veteran Affairs Veterans in the Workplace study gained insight into practices that improve veteran retention in the workplace. Some of the key findings from this study included this. The creation of veteran resource groups and ongoing support by the employer was a critical element to the retention of employees who were veterans. Participants in the study reported that creating opportunities for peer support among veterans in the workplace was one of the most highly effective steps for a company to take in creating a corporate culture that's conducive to veteran success. After her research, Alice decides to take steps to create a veteran affinity group. She writes a business plan and an outline. She asks herself questions such as, what should the calendar events look like? What kind of meetings and events should I schedule? She compiles a long list of questions to really hone in on what the purpose of her affinity group is going to be. First on the list, goals. What's the purpose of the group? Does she want to increase veteran job satisfaction, retention, community engagement, raising awareness about certain veterans issues? She includes sub-goals, such as the desired number of members, the rate of retention within the company, and the amount of events organized by week, month, and year. Second, bylaws. These are the regulations and rules for the group, such as the requirements to join, participation, privacy, as in the case of support groups, and proper conduct. Third, calendar and events. This can be participation in local events, or events she organizes within her organization, such as Caregiver Appreciation Day, guest speaker events, and weekly meetings. Fourth, membership. Who can join? Is this just for veterans or for people interested in learning more about military culture? And what's the process to become part of the group? Fifth, outreach, both large and small scale visions. Who's the target audience? And what communication platforms would best reach those individuals? And lastly, awareness. Alice thinks about the marketing aspect of the group and how she would like the group to be perceived, as well as what issues about veterans should gain greater awareness. After establishing these objectives, she establishes a medium of communication and sticks with it: email, social media, etc. She also creates and maintains a list of veteran services available within the company and how the veterans seeking assistance can best find these services. Next, she assembles a team of passionate and interested individuals and schedules meetings with them to pinpoint the areas to focus on and how to support the success of the group's members. This group can also help conduct reviews of the company-sponsored veteran events, company policies, processes to highlight ways to improve not only the veteran group, but to change company policies to make them more veteran-friendly. And lastly, she reaches out to veterans in her organization. Once Alice has garnered enough interest and membership within the Veterans Resource Group, it's time to keep everyone in touch with what's happening within the group and the events that are being organized. Possibilities are endless. She can invite speakers to her organization, arrange networking events, game nights, volunteer opportunities, mentorships, a military caregiver appreciation day, happy hour, referral services, and much more. Alice looks at Comcast and NBC Universal for examples of successful ERGs. We've done amazing work in implementing ERGs. Since January 2012, Comcast and NBC Universal have hired thousands of veterans to work in a variety of positions at all levels, including network engineering, technology, operations, theme parks, resorts, programming, customer service, marketing, human resources, and all the other careers. Alice learns that to support these hires, Comcast and NBC Universal each have a Veterans Network employee resource group that offers mentoring programs and networking opportunities to help members grow professionally and personally. These ERGs help foster the innate connection that exists among veterans. Alice calls Comcast to ask questions, receive tips on how to increase camaraderie, and best practices for creating opportunities for veterans to network with each other. By observing those who have successfully created employee resource groups, Alice learns from their iterations and things to anticipate and expect. Events that engage the larger veteran community will bring awareness to the military-friendly culture of Alice's company. By providing information on veteran services outside of the organization, veterans feel supported and the company has an increased opportunity for community engagement. Alice includes resources for spouses and family members and invites them to social activities so that they become involved, whether for volunteering or for special events. This is a great way to show the veterans within her organization that she supports them and their families. Offering career development training with a focus on utilizing skills specifically related to skills acquired by a veteran from their military service is an excellent idea. Alice offers career and leadership training by providing career development that leverages these unique veteran skills in her organization. For example, if a veteran served as an intelligence analyst in the military, Alice thinks of ways to leverage those analytical skills into their current or potential roles. The most successful organizations build positions around their talent rather than fitting their talent into the role. By building a position around a person, you can leverage the full array of their abilities, and they can develop and hone areas of interest and skill with focus and success. Alice makes sure to communicate opportunities within the organization based on the veteran's skills and encourages growth within the organization. Alice gained a great appreciation of the benefits of a veteran affinity group. She notices that it improves veteran recruitment efforts by providing a comfort zone for new veteran hires, increases camaraderie by offering veterans opportunities to network with each other and find out what's going on within the organization, provides a resource of knowledge and experience for product or service development and marketing through workplace discussions, builds the company's external reputations through community involvement in veterans organizations and events, and increases morale and retention by engaging veteran employees and providing support, networking, and career development opportunities. Alice sees that the more you connect veterans with each other, the more comfortable they become at work. Creating a military-friendly culture has been a significant commitment for her, but well worth the effort. Increasing veteran retention in your organization will increase the skill set and diversity of your company and ultimately strengthen and bolster it. The value an ERG brings to the bottom line of Alice's company is critical to the longevity of the group. Anything she does to help increase awareness becomes part of the marketing plan for her company. In order to ensure value to the company, her ERG operates under the 4 C's: career, culture, community, and commerce. If an ERG cannot show how it impacts the company under these guidelines, then that ERG probably won't be around for very long. This model also gives an ERG specific goals to use when deciding what events and projects to do during the year. For example, Alice's Veterans Network organizes screenings across the country for movies and TV programs that have an interest to a veteran and military audience. This builds awareness by having attendees react to the content in a social setting, as well as generates revenue. Her ERG also helps when news or programming develops stories around the community by giving them contacts to use to acquire stories and/or guests for their shows. In this way, Alice goes beyond just recruiting and retaining veterans. She's actually showing the value her ERG brings to the company and how its efforts go beyond its own needs to impact the bottom line for the company as a whole. Just like Alice, you need resources yourself. This course outlined the steps to create a veteran resource group that benefits both your veteran employees and your company. Let's review. Those steps are: create a business plan that outlines the goals, bylaws, calendar, events, membership, outreach, and awareness. Then, establish a medium of communication and stick with it. Email, social media. Maintain a list of veteran services within the organization and the process for gaining access to those services. Next, assemble a team of passionate and interested individuals and schedule meetings with the team to pinpoint the areas to focus on and how to support the success of the group's members. Reach out to the veterans in your organization and their families. Remember, for an ERG to have longevity, it must be concerned and operate within the 4 C's: career, culture, community, and commerce. Thanks for taking this course. We hope it was helpful, and thank you for all you do for American veterans like me.
If you have any questions or need assistance, go to the PsychArmor website or call the PsychArmor support line at 844-779-2427. Thank you for completing this course and taking that one step further in learning about our American veterans.